So we finally broached the tree or a bear conversation that men wanted to have. They are asking the question, would you rather share your feelings with a tree or a woman? And they are doing this in response to the women talking about a bear is a better choice to meet in the woods than a random man. Now, I posted this video on my YouTube page last night. And the women in the comment section are amazing. My subscribers, my comment section are always popping. Y'all got to go to Burb and Bougie on YouTube. You can find this video. It is amazing. So, because of that conversation, one of my supporters jumped in my inbox on Instagram and sends me a picture of this tree. This is what happens when a random man starts talking to it. The tree has a sad. And then she sent me another one. And she said, after listening to men talk in the forest, another tree has a sad. And then she followed it up with this article about a man humping the tree. And now we have got to say, poor trees. We have got to say, protect the tree, because this man was arrested for making love to the tree. He was doing this before it even became popular, before it even started going around in the social media sphere that men should choose talking to a tree. But he took it one step further. He is taking women out of the equation, and women, we thank him, but these poor trees. A man has been arrested for making passionate love to a tree after shocked sunbathers saw him stripped down before kissing and rubbing on the stump. One witness says, I was just walking in the park with one of my mates, and we saw a man hugging a tree and thought it was interesting. We walked closer, and as we did, we saw his trousers down, and this is pure gold. That's why I started recording, and he just started taking off all his clothes and kissing the tree. After I stopped recording, the police turned up and started following the man around, then arrested him. A spokesperson for the Wiltshire police said a man in his 40s was arrested on the suspicion of indecent exposure yesterday after officers were called to Queen Elizabeth Gardens shortly after 4:30 p.m. following several reports from members of the public regarding a naked man. He was taken into custody and has been released on bail while inquiries are ongoing. Then this same supporter dropped this one in my inbox. And at first I thought it was that same man, just a picture of his face. But this one happened in 2020, and this was in Connecticut. So they've been doing this. A man was arrested last week after he was seen humping trees while half naked. Witnesses called police after John Edward Figner, 36, was seen in the backyard of a Connecticut house simulating lovemaking with a tree and eating branches. Figner fled the scene when authorities arrived, running into a nearby house and forcing the residents outside. When police apprehended Figner, he spit at one of the officers. Figner was charged with felony assault of a public safety officer and misdemeanor resisting arrest and breach of peace and of trespassing. This is wild. So we're saying that they should choose the tree, but also it would be safer for women. This is not going to compel women to say, hey, you're choosing wrong. We are offended because you're choosing the tree. Women are not going to be offended by men choosing the tree when their cohort is doing this. Now for some of the comments under my video on YouTube, because my comment section are amazing. All right, Jam is Jammin says, watch these trees get fed up and start the for tree movement. Ham Teddy responded with, you owe me a cup of tea. I spilled a good 3 sips laughing. So yes, this one got me. Kitty Sprinkle says, if a tree is too intimidating, start smaller with a house plant. I recommend devil's ivy, tough, resilient, survives neglect, and grows up walls. Jam is Jammin continued with, why stop at sharing your feelings? Choose the tree for all the things you normally do with women. Buy the tree a shut up ring. Get the tree pregnant. Move into the tree's house and refuse to pick up after yourself. Cheat on the tree with another tree. The sky is the limit, fellas. Maria Paz says, get the tree pregnant, and she laughs. I can't. Do people around you know how freaking funny you are? My God, this is great. It really is great. She's great. Leroy Jenkins says, considering how long it takes to grow a tree, the tree will outlive the man. I highly doubt they have that patience to grow a tree. They'll nip it after a few years. Daughter of Emoja says, to be honest, I'd feel really bad for the trees. They don't deserve this. Beautiful Dreamer says, they're going to be out here trying to humble the tree. The tree is sitting there, mum, and him saying, I've seen greener leaves than this before. Beep Bop Boop says, dear men, pick the tree. Butterfly Bree says, every single time. But then Brian comes in. This is why my wife is from the Philippines and I couldn't be happier. When they see the wedding ring in her finger in public, the glares we, and especially she, get are eye opening and hilarious at the same time. This is under a post about woman versus tree. And he says this. This man, Brian, is now blocked because he doesn't have simple comprehension skills and he doesn't belong here. I told him, no, wrote in the post that I needed to give him more time and space to focus on his wife instead of being in my comment section. Miko Child says the people who are suffering from an epidemic of loneliness and self-deletion. Yes, but still, maybe talking to the tree will be like journaling and they can help get their feelings out. I'm not going to say the rest of what was under this comment, but you can look on this if you want to. Wait What says, I suggest Southern Oak. It seems manly and somehow sensitive. I came across a content creator yesterday that said June is Men's Mental Health Month. And because of that, I am going to post this, how to support men with their mental health. This is what I can do. I can share a picture. Normalize conversation by sharing your experience with a tree. Encourage them when they share to share with a tree. Provide a safe place for them to share. A tree or a house plant is a safe space. Recognize any change in behavior or attitude. A tree would notice. A tree would notice. Acknowledge if they are in a difficult situation. Yes, we should acknowledge it, but still not do anything except direct them to a tree or a house plant, maybe even a succulent. Even if they refuse, ask them twice to talk to the tree. Help raise awareness on men and mental health, and then direct them to a tree or to a professional that they pay money to. So keep this in mind. June is Men's Mental Health Month. Direct them to the appropriate resources and let them know that someone or some tree is there for them. Jump in the comments. Let me know what you think about this one. What are your thoughts regarding tree versus woman and that discourse that's not nearly as viral as the women, man versus bear, whatever? They still needed to copy off of women and start a discussion that was pointless, but we can laugh. Jump in the conversation, like, comment, share.